Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. Thank you for joining me here at Illy Energy. It's a pleasure to read for you always. This can apply to Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. This can also apply if you have Aries placements in Mercury, Venus, or Mars. Now, again, this is not usually how I like to present my videos starting off, but I already started getting into the groove of things and then the camera just, kind of stopped working, and I didn't want to reshuffle because I feel like these are cards that you need to see, Aries. I was talking and realizing that, it wasn't recording. So, the first card to come out, we had Nine of Wands, then we had the Strength, we had Six of Cups and King of Cups. So this is where we're at right now. And I was recapping and I was saying, I remember last month, it was for Leo season. So yeah, last month, yeah, in August. For Aries, I was giving you guys a very Pacific, and yes, I meant to say Pacific. I was giving you a very Pacific message, and the message was around moving on and moving out. In that video, I was talking about, physically moving and leaving behind where it is that you're living. For some of you guys, you were living with parents, or you were living with someone who you didn't necessarily want to be there, you didn't necessarily want to live there, but circumstances have you there, and it's just time for you to get it on and pop in. After I dropped that reading, I did some, reflection and, just reflecting on the reading. And yes, there was a lot of emphasis on physically moving, which for some of you guys, it's still something that is in the works. However, I feel like it's a little bit more complicated now. Some of you could have been moving in the sense of just changing your mindset and changing the way that you look at things and experience life around you. I don't know why I'm hearing like transcending, but that could have been something that was going on for you guys if you didn't necessarily relate to the whole moving out aspect. However, we back on moving out. Nine of Wands is giving me very like, okay, so like what else can happen? So for those of you who are supposed to be moving out, I'm feeling as though there is some sort of like hitch in the plan, or it's kind of like there's been so many obstacles that have prevented you from actually being able to leave. And with the Nine of Wands, it can represent so many different obstacles. I mean, maybe there have been like offers that haven't been accepted, or, you had put in an offer on somewhere and then at the last minute somebody else outbid you, so you kind of lost your prospect. Or, you thought everything was fine until you did the inspection and you realized that there's a lot more work than what the previous owner led on to believe, which has caused you to back out. Or even if this is just like a renting situation, you're having a difficult time finding something that really meets all of your needs, checks off all the boxes for you, or your respective or prospective landlords are just being very like picky about like your income for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what I'm hearing. They're being picky about the income. They're being picky about the job. If you are somebody who is on assistance and you're trying to move, landlords are being picky about that. If you're somebody whose income is kind of sporadic, your landlord is being picky about that. So there's some obstacles that have come up around you wanting to move and venture out physically on your own, but again, this can also be a mental thing. You could be experiencing a lot of blockages and a lot of negative vibes and negative vibrations around moving on to new adventures and to new goals. I was gonna wait to bring this up, but we have the Eight of Swords here, which to me kind of means that most of the blockages that you are experiencing are definitely of your own doing. You're really just the one that's psyching yourself out and being like, I can't do this, I can't do this. But you are being asked to call on your inner strength, call on your inner goddess, call on your inner god, and have confidence in yourself that things are going to pull themselves through. Even though it's looking kind of bleak, that doesn't mean that the fight is over yet. The fight's not over yet. Six of Cups, King of Cups, Six of Cups, King of Cups, Six of Cups, King of Cups. I feel like during this time, it's been a very emotional one. It's been one where you've kind of revisited old, or it's not revisited old feelings. Old feelings are being brought up for you. I feel like you are reminiscing on a time in your life where you've faced similar adversities, but now you're a little bit more equipped on how to handle it. And the reason that you're more equipped on how to handle it is because you still see the reason for being. You still have the eyes, you still have the vision to see the potential. You still see your 10 of Pentacles, okay? You still see your ultimate happiness. Like, you're not gonna give up just because things aren't working out right now, because you know that you're gonna find that perfect place for you. Sorry, let me just fix that a little bit because it's looking a little crooked. You know that you're gonna find exactly what is going to make you happy, and that's good. That's a great attitude to have. With the King of Cups, and advice that I would have for you, Empress showing up, is be open to receiving help from other people, and be open to sharing what it is that you are going through with other people. Empress, it could be Libra, it could be Taurus energy. King of Cups, you're giving me very, I got this under control, but you don't really have this under control. You're getting to a point where you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but you're trying to pretend like everything is okay, but there's a lot going on beneath the surface, which can result in you lashing out unexpectedly to people. So for example, you know how they say it's like the straw that broke the camel's back? So like, you can find yourself like freaking out on people for like the littlest things, but it's like displaced anxiety, it's displaced anger, it's displaced like frustration, because you're going through stress with this move, you're going through stress with this transition, and you need to rely on people who you know are really there for you. I know that you don't really like to share too much of yourself with others. You don't really like to talk a lot about what's going on with you, and that's okay. That's fair. I'm not saying you need to go and broadcast your business to everybody, because everybody doesn't need to know what's going on. But if you are in some sort of partnership with somebody who you care about, who you know that when you go to them with, you know, your stress, they can help you transform it into something positive, then that is the person that you need to be confiding in when you are thinking about how strenuous this situation is for you. That may be friends, it may be like someone from your past, like old childhood friend might actually just start popping back up in your life, and it's like, this is the perfect time for you to have popped up, because I'm going through some shit and I don't necessarily want to burden my partner with it, but like, you've been my dog since day one, so like I could talk to you about what's going on. Page of Wands. Even though you are feeling a little bit like defeated, you still see the purpose. You still see the purpose in moving on, because I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. This is, so many cards. Okay, when are they gonna stop giving? So we have the King of Pentacles. I was just saying, you see the vision. King of Pentacles is like top tier, like ultimate security. Could be, we'll get back to that, but we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have my also favorite magician. And we have the Five of Pentacles. So I just wanted to get all of these cards laid down first before I start talking again. So, make sure they're all in frame and you can see all of them. The Page of Wands to me was just saying that you still have the fire, you still have the drive, you still see the light at the end of the tunnel, you still are seeing the vision. King of Pentacles is like the end of the Pentacle game. It signifies ultimate security, ultimate stability. So you know that all of the adversities that you're going through right now is only temporary, because the more you continue to be persistent, the more you continue to put yourself out there, hit the ground running every day, not stop, chase your goal, you know that you're going to get it. I think the problem here is, because I am seeing a lot of pentacles, I think the problem is that you guys thought that this was going to be something that was very quick. You thought that this was going to be very easy. You thought that you were just going to be scrolling online, found the perfect listing, put in your offer, boom, you're moving in 30 days. And that's not the case. That's not what's happening here. This is something that is going to take time. With the Five of Pentacles rearing its head, it's showing me that you've already kind of come to that realization on your own, which is how we ended up in the Nine of Wands energy. Is like you have already seen that, oh shit, like this is not as easy as I thought it was. You do see some movement in the right direction, although there is that period of times where you're just like, honestly, I don't know if this is worth it. I don't know if this is something that I want to continue with. I just think that I should scrap everything. We should just scrap it because it's taking too long. But good things come to those who wait. When it comes to manifesting very important things, sometimes it can take time, especially when it comes to a living accommodation, a dwelling of sorts. You're somebody with a particular taste, and I feel like that is what's holding things up, because I think I was saying something like you've done inspections and you've gone around and you've looked at things, and it just hasn't really matched up to your vibe. It's not really giving you what it is that you want. So you are seeing potential though, because things are moving in the right direction. You're seeing better things. I feel like you might have even been a little bit more better at communicating exactly what it is that you want. So you're beginning to see, you know, very viable prospects, but you're still thinking like, I don't really know if this is gonna work out when I want it to. I believe last month I said that there was like a timeline. Someone was giving you a timeline, or you were trying to move on your own timeline. There is a little bit of resistance here in terms of, you know, moving things along when you want things to be moved along. It's not going to happen overnight. It's definitely not happening by the time frame that you thought it was going to happen by, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. I think that you might find your perfect place sometime next year, probably in Taurus season, or, you know, like the tail end of Aries season leading into Taurus season might be when you find your perfect place. But with the Magician card here, Aries, what I would say is continue to do everything that you need to do to ensure that when the perfect place arises for you, you will be able to pick it because it's something that you love, and it's not because it's what's being offered to you. I feel like that is a part of the problem here in why things are just not moving as quickly. Like I said before, it needs to be something that you like, something that, you know, really speaks to you, and you haven't found anything that really speaks to you. You're still waiting for that aha moment, and you haven't gotten that aha moment. And that's okay. It's a big commitment that you're making. Although this is not going to be your forever home. Again, I know I got real specific. back to the house thing, because that's just what I was feeling called and drawn to speak on at the moment. This is not going to be your forever home. This is just going to be a step in the right direction. It's for some of you, it's going to be the first place that is actually yours, in a sense where like you're not sharing with people that you don't want to be sharing with, or if you're purchasing a home, you're finally like moving off from renting to owning, or moving out of your parents to owning your own place, and that's great, but that's not where you're going to be forever. Three of Cups, Three of Swords, and we have the Tower. Some of you are realizing that what it is that you thought you could afford, you can't really afford it. And if you're not coming to that realization now, and you're looking at things that are a bit on the pricier end, but you're still trying to go forward with it, you are going to come to that realization very quickly that this is a little bit more than what you bargained for, and it's all going to come crashing down around you. So advice: make smart decisions, make decisions based off of what it is that you have right now, and not future trajectory. Yeah, I feel like somebody is telling you this and you're not trying to hear it. mainly because you probably think that they're being negative. But they're not being negative. They're just trying to show you what makes sense. I think this is a conversation you're having with your friends. You're probably talking to your friends or people that you care greatly about their opinion on what it is that you should be doing moving forward. And someone is telling you like, hey, like, didn't you say that this place is gonna be like $2,600 a month? I'm not really trying to watch your pockets like that, but baby girl, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of shmoney. And in this economy, are you sure that that's gonna be something that you can maintain? And they're like, I don't wanna hear it. You're like, I don't wanna hear it. You're being a hater. I'm gonna be fine. And you might be fine for the first, you know, couple of months. And then boom, the tower. Yeah, this is why I feel like things are going to be moving for you next year, early spring. Things are going to be moving for you because I'm just feeling like this is not the time for you to be making any sort of like major like changing situation like that. Again, this is only if your finances are up in the air and all over the place. If you don't have a consistent monthly income that's able to cover all of your finances, then don't go nowhere. We have the Ten of Swords. I feel like you guys are even gonna stop like talking to your friends. I don't know why, but that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you guys are gonna stop talking to your friends because you're not really feeling what it is that they have to say, because you're just like, I got this. You don't know what you're talking about. I know exactly how to secure what it is that I want, and I don't really need that negative energy. Virgo things coming through. Virgo things coming through in Virgo season, baby. Any last messages? Let me try to do something more general. So just really quickly to wrap up this portion for my Aries who are moving, what I would say is just hang in there. You know, with the Strength card, just hang in there. I know that things are not moving as quickly as you want them to. Things are not taking off the way that you thought they would. You were expecting things to be a lot more, you know, stress-free and not complicated. But, you know, it is what it is. It's the time that we're living in that's also contributing to what is going on in your life. And don't rush. Don't rush. If there's nobody telling you that you've got to go, and if your mental health is not in jeopardy, then I wouldn't really rush out to do anything right now. I'm feeling like you need to spend more time. You need to spend more time making sure that you are going to get exactly what it is that you want. Okay? You're gonna spend a lot more time manifesting, cultivating, searching, looking, and finding something that really speaks to you and that really piques your level of opulence. What really is like, oh, this is me. And you haven't had that moment yet. And I feel like if you try to settle for anything that isn't what it is that you want, you're going to not be happy with the situation. And it's just going to result in you having to go through this entire process again, and it can be even harder the next time around. Don't try to live beyond your means. Don't try to live beyond your means just because you see other people doing it, or you know, you got that little like itch that's like, yeah, like this is what I want. Don't live beyond your means. That's all I'm hearing. Don't live beyond your means, because it will come back to bite you. All right. I just want to pick up a couple of messages, just general for Aries. What are some general things that Aries can be on the lookout for, who are not going through this particular soap opera that I keep talking about? We have the High Priestess and we have the Judgment card. Got some major arcana out here on the table. We also have the Queen of Wands, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. I don't want to make this too long, so sorry, but for the rest of y'all, this is where I'm gonna cut it. What I am getting is that a lot of you have recently gotten into a partnership with somebody who you view as your equal, and you guys are already in talks of like, how do we come together to build something from our relationship. Some of you guys might be thinking about starting YouTube channels. You're thinking about starting some kind of business. You guys are both very passionate about this. You're both ready to do what it takes to ensure that this new idea and this new project is able to elevate off of the ground. The only thing that may be kind of holding you guys a little bit back from, you know, moving forward with what it is that you want to do is that you are afraid that people are going to be like damn, y'all bitches just got together. And I'll say beaches, but you know, heterosexual, like whatever, it doesn't matter what your relationship looks like, but people are gonna be like, damn, like y'all just got together, like are you sure you want to create that YouTube channel? Are you guys sure you want to do that? Like what happens if you guys break up? And I think that's where the high priestess is coming in, because it's like you are also thinking about that as well. You are also like, okay, well, all these people are telling me like maybe I should take it slow, I should calm down, like maybe I shouldn't be moving as fast as I am moving. But Aries, and look at your energy out here. You guys could be dealing with another fire sign, or you could be dealing with a Libra. Could be dealing with another fire sign, could be dealing with a Libra, could be dealing with a Capricorn. I'm inclined to think it may be somebody who has more fire placements, because you are just ready to go and explore, and that person definitely matches your energy. So what I would suggest to you, if this message is for you, Aries, who are dealing with somebody who you want to create a business with, who you want to do something fun, new, and exciting, but you have naysayers in your ear, and I'm gonna call them naysayers because like, mind your business, period. You have naysayers in your ear trying to convince you to go left, when you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna go right. You're gonna march to the beat of your own drum, and you're gonna do exactly what it is that you want to do. And I love that I keep telling people that they need to do exactly what it is that they want to do, because I also feel like that's another theme. I know one of the themes I spoke about in the previous videos was surrounding walking away from situations that are no longer serving you, but another theme is really just marching to the beat of your own drum and doing exactly what it is that you want to do. So Aries, high priestess is coming through and saying like, you need to follow your own intuition. You know what is best for you and what is going to fulfill and serve your highest needs. So if creating that business, if starting that YouTube page, if you know, traveling, although I don't want nobody to say that I'm condoning traveling at a time like this, but there's so many things that you guys want to do and you want to explore together. Don't let other people like prevent you from living in alignment for yourself. Don't let people prevent you from doing what it is that you want to do. This is a new opportunity and a new chapter in your life for you to live unapologetically and as authentically as you possibly can. And you should go for it. You only live once. I really didn't want to have to pull that YOLO thing out, but I'm gonna pull it out because it is what it is. Okay, Aries, I hope that you enjoyed this portion of your reading. We are going to move it on out and we are going to replace it with my oracle cards. So we are going to move into the oracle portion of the reading. This is a new oracle deck. This is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. The cards super gorgeous. I just got this a couple of weeks ago. Really excited to use them. And with such a reading that's kind of like, I feel like that's not what Aries wanted to hear. Aries did not want to hear that there were going to be delays in the process for them. We're going to reflect on what it is that you should do to care for yourself after receiving such less than desirable messages. What does Aries need to do to care for themselves during this time? What does Aries need to do? What does Aries need to do? We have Sync with the Moon, and I think that is a very interesting card to come up considering I believe the new moon just passed, the Virgo new moon. We're coming up on the full moon very soon in Libra. Each card comes with a mantra, and the mantra for this card is, I embrace my ebb and flow, my many phases, and the cycles of life. So even before getting into that, wow. So impactful for me anyways, and it resonates with me. I'm just, you know, going to talk about how I feel like that even resonates with the reading. Is it talks about ebb and flow, and if you know about ebb and flow, it's like the highs and lows, and I like to think of it as kind of a roller coaster. There are, you know, the peak times, and then there are the down times, and I feel like right now you are kind of going through a downtime, mainly because you believe that things were going to be moving a lot faster than they are, and they're not, and you're feeling kind of low. You're feeling kind of like, I don't really know if this is worth it, or, you know, if I should continue on this path. But embrace it. Everything happens for a reason. I love to say it, and if you're somebody who is, you know, in the spiritual community, you probably hear that a lot, that everything happens for a reason, everything happens in divine timing, and that's absolutely true. Put your faith in the divine, that, you know, the reason that things are not moving in the way that you want it to move is because you're simply not ready for that yet. The moon is a powerful celestial entity that reflects the flow of our cycles and the many phases we go through. Look up at the current moon phase for guidance on which energy will serve you best at the time. So right now, I was looking at the moon yesterday, and yesterday is September 19th, is a Saturday, and it was a waxing crescent, okay? So I'm going to read for what the moon is currently right now. And I'm also going to put the guidance for each moon phase down below in the description bar, so that whenever you see this video, you can look up and see what, you know, moon phase is happening right now, and it'll apply to your situation. So for the waxing crescent, it says, focus on manifesting your intentions and keep visuals around for support. And what did I tell you? What did I tell you with respects to the Magician card? Okay, I said that you just need to take this time right now to continue building on what it is that you have, so that when your time comes for you to get exactly what it is that you deserve, you've already done the work and you already have the resources. I had used an example like getting a $2,600 apartment. You might not be able to afford that right now, but like I said, I feel like things are going to come alive for you in Taurus season, like tail end of Aries season, going into Taurus season is when you're actually going to be able to get exactly what it is that you desire. And by taking the time to manifest and really work on setting intention for this place, you are going to be prepared at that time. Look at it. Look at God. So that's where we are right now. So I'm just going to read that one. The guidance for each moon phase. We're currently in the waxing crescent, and it says, focus on manifesting your intentions and keep visuals around for support. So you might want to create a vision board. I do know that the astrologers right now are saying, like, you know, you shouldn't create a vision board and all of that stuff, but do what feels right to you is what I would say. And I don't know if that would be making your wallpaper the ideal, you know, house that you have in mind. If you're trying to buy something nice, you might want to put that up as your wallpaper, so that, you know, you have that constant reminder and visualization that, like, this is what I'm working towards. Throughout this moon cycle, track how you're feeling. Notice how your energy waxes and wanes and how your sexual appetite fluctuates. Also, if you're a female and you're in bleeding years, track the moon phase that's present when your menstrual cycle begins and ends. This is a beautiful exercise to do over the long term, so you can see more trends in how your cycle relates to those of the moon. For those of you who don't know, and I just recently found out, is like, your cycle actually syncs up with the moon. It's something that I've always wanted to read a little bit more into, and if it's something that you're interested in, I do recommend you reading into it as well. Be sure to keep an eye out for a local moon gathering you can join, or if there isn't one in your area, host your own. Each card also comes with a journal prompt. After spending a month tracking your energetic, sexual, and other cycles throughout the moon phases, what has been illuminated for you? All right, Aries, that has been your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys in November because I am taking October off. Libra season is commencing shortly and I am taking a vacation away from YouTube. So yeah, if you guys want to check me out, you can check me out on my social medias. Everything will be down below in the description bar, along with my oils that I am selling, my manifestation oils. My shop link is down below in the description bar as well. If you would like to purchase a personal reading, you can check out my website, or you can go to illyenergy.ca/booking to book your personal reading. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you later.